What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Georgia Assassin's Weekend Review Podcast. It's been a little while since I did one. Been having some problems, but hopefully I got them sorted, maybe. And we'll be back doing them on a regular basis. I'd like to start out the show as usual, thanking D-Rod for giving me the opportunity to do this. If it wasn't for the WWC, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you, D-Rod. I always like to start off thanking my sponsors: 3G Masterpiece Barbecue Sauce, Wolfpack Juice Boxes, and a new sponsor this week, Asylum Healthcare Services. They approached me and offered me a sponsorship, so I couldn't turn that down. So welcome, Asylum Healthcare Services, to supporting the podcast. Also got a pretty big show. Got a lot more to talk about this week. I've got another EFED to start reviewing, and everybody's pretty familiar with it. It's the UWE, United Wrestling Entertainment. It's brought to you by Wick Villa. You can find him on Twitch also. Really good show. I'll be going over his last show, which was actually the UWE Return show. Had some really good matches on it. Gonna go over WWC's Rumble pay-per-view that happened recently. Go over those matches. Got another EFED to shout out. I'll go over that later on. Of course, I got my awards to hand out for the Rumble show and a few other things. Again, one last time, thank everybody for tuning in. Also, thank you, Wick Villa, for giving me an opportunity to review UWE. Adds more content to the podcast, can only make it better. So again, thank you to both EFED owners, Wick Villa and D-Rod, for giving me an opportunity. Without further ado, let's go over what's been going on the past week or so since my last podcast. And WWC recently held their WWC Rumble, which is a cross-show pay-per-view, which is Anarchy and Carnage matches. Pretty good show. They had a pre-show, two matches in the pre-show. We'll go over those. Then they had their regular 7 matches during the Rumble, 6 matches with the actual 30-man Rumble. So in the pre-show, we had Jody versus Gillberg. Pretty much a one-sided match. Jody came in and pretty much took out Gillberg and won that pre-show match. I look for that to happen. Jody's a big dude. So good job, Jody. Next match in the pre-show, I don't know what Donnie was thinking when he put this match together, but it was A-Rod versus Real Men Want a Pimp. Real Men Want a Pimp came out wearing a bunny and a horse hat. Wearing the Unicorn Wrestling Entertainment logo on their shirts, and I think they had them on the back of their pants also. A little bit of advertising there, I guess. But Real Men Want a Pimp walked away with a Rod. So I guess congrats to them if you wanna say that. It was funny though. I got a laugh out of it. Also had something happen during the pre-show. Not sure what to say about it, but apparently it was noted that Third Gunman was given some sort of drugs before he arrived at the arena by the asylum, and that led to him attacking Wick Villa backstage. Bit of controversy there because not sure what was wrong with Wick, but it seemed like he just didn't want to fight back. I don't know if that may be because it was his his Wolfpack brother, or what, but Third Gunman pretty much just took it to Wick Villa. Then, like I said, I don't know if Third Gunman was under the influence of some sort of drugs from the asylum, or maybe he just was trying to prove his dominance in the pack. I mean, it's just all up in the air right now on that. So be something to wait and see how that works out, if it even works out. The main card of the night, we had Wick versus Unknown. That was going on for weeks in the chat. People wondering who Unknown was. Who's this Unknown? Unknown was attacking people backstage. Well, it come down to Wick fighting Unknown at the WWC Rumble, and come to find out, it turned out to be Johnny Sniper, a former Wolfpack member that was released immediately after that. And from what I'm understanding is, Sniper is now in the process of bringing the NWO. Yeah, you heard that right. Sniper has officially joined NWO and is trying to bring the faction to Carnage. Not real sure how that's going to work out, because really nobody in WWC likes NWO. Not sure how easy it's going to be for Johnny Sniper to recruit for a pretty much hated faction in WWC. I guess in the following weeks we'll see how that turns out. Next match of the night was NWO versus Ziggy and Laker Taker, which Laker Taker is no longer on WWC roster, Anarchy roster. He was traded to Carnage for Third Gunman, which was announced last week. But that match, NWO comes away with a win in that match. And like I said, Laker Taker is no longer on Anarchy. He is on Carnage, and Third Gunman was traded to Anarchy from Carnage. Next match of the night involved MFGZ Middle Fingers versus Blackout in a tag championship match. Middle Fingers come away with a win in that one and are your new Carnage tag champs. I'm pretty sure Blackout has a rematch on that. That was probably one of the best matches of the night on the Rumble. Blackout put up a fight. It wasn't no easy win by MFGZ by any means. But congratulations to the new Carnage tag champs. Just be prepared to probably face Blackout again, and if it's as good as match as it was at the Rumble, it should be a good one. Next match of the night, I guess you could call this a debut of Colossal Connection. It's a new tag team formed between Genocide and Lucky Williams. They took on Tons of Funk for the tag championships on Anarchy. And they made a big statement too, because they came in and took out the undefeated Tons of Funk and took their tag championships. Tons of Funk ain't no slouch, so for Colossal Connection to come in, newly formed tag team, and to knock off the probably the best tag team on Anarchy is a big accomplishment. So congratulations to Colossal Connection on winning the tag championships. Just be prepared because you gotta I'm pretty sure you got a rematch against Tons of Funk. So don't get too cozy with those belts. Probably the biggest upset of the night to me, but everybody was pulling for this guy in this match was Master Funk versus Creed for the Anarchy World Title, and Master Funk walks away as your new Anarchy World Champion. Creed's been pretty much unstoppable for weeks now. Pretty good at defending that title, but Funk comes in and surprises everybody and walks out Anarchy champion. So congratulations to Master Funk and winning the Anarchy World Title. I'm sure I think the rematch is set for that at Eva Destruction in a 6-man elimination chamber match, I believe. I can't verify that. Just have to wait and see. Big match for Carnage that night was a fatal 4-way, which involved Wick, Tinku, Nerd Nerfer, and Johnny Sniper, and it was for the Carnage World Title, which Nerd Nerfer held at the time. Tinku walks away with a win in this one, which in the pre-show I'd pick Tinku to win. He just got one of those calls that you just never know about, and I think he surprised a lot of people whenever he came into the match and walked out with the Carnage World Title. Should be a good rematch later on. I'm not sure how they're going to work that. I know Nerd Nerfers is owed a rematch, so Tinku versus Nerd, that should be a really good match whenever it happens. So that's something to look forward to. Main match of the night at the Rumble, of course, the 30-man Royal Rumble. Come down to Deadman Walking and Darien. Really good Rumble. Jody lasted a lot longer than he did in the last one. Wick was eliminated pretty quick, I believe. He didn't last very long. Dallas and Donnie Havoc, they really put on a show. They came to try to win that thing this time. Havocs have a really bad rep at Royal Rumbles. They're usually like in and out. But they actually did really well this Rumble. But Darien was able to walk away with the Royal Rumble win and will be facing the Anarchy champ at WWC Mania. So real big congrats to him for winning the Rumble. Overall, like I said, the Rumble was a really good show. There was a little bit of controversy spoken out about afterwards, like the Third Gunman and Wick match, where Wick just kind of stood there and let Third Gunman take him to town. The Unknown match, where come to find out, the Unknown was an actual Wolfpack member that was immediately released and decided to start NWO up on Carnage. Like I said, I don't know where that's going to go because not many people like NWO, so it may not be too long of a thing. Like I said, congrats to Colossal Connection, newly formed tag team taking out the most, to me, the most dominant tag on Anarchy, Tons of Funk. Congrats again to TNQ for winning the Carnage title. Congrats to Jody for squashing Gilbert in the pre-show. Who cares about NWO? I guess I can give them a congratulations too. Congrats to NWO for beating Ziggy and former Anarchy superstar Laker Taker. Overall, really good Rumble pay-per-view by both shows. To me, I think the Wick versus Unknown was really a waste of actual match for Carnage. Pretty sure that something better could have been made from that, but it is what it is. But overall, good job, Carnage, Anarchy on a good Rumble. I'll go over the awards and ratings for everything later. Again, like I mentioned, I will be going over a new e-fed this week. The UWE, like I said, which is ran by Wick Villa. You can find him on Twitch also. He had his UWE return show this past week, and was really good. Again, thank you, Wick, for giving me an opportunity to do this. Looking forward to doing it a lot more. Like I said, really good show. His first match of the night on UWE was between Crusher and Nerd Nerfer. Nerd Nerfer's no slouch, but Crusher walks out of the ring with the win in that match. Good job, Crusher. Second match of the night on UWE was Dead Man Walking versus Pee Wee Tyler, which I think Dead Man Walking pretty much asked for this match. Really wasn't too much of a match. Pretty much Dead Man Walking. He walks in, does his thing, walks out, and pretty much just dominated that match. Pee Wee fought back a little bit, but just wasn't up to Dead Man Walking's dominance, and DMW walks out with the win. We had a return of I guess you could say a UWE legend. Crossy shows up on UWE and takes on Laker Taker. Really good match, but it's hard to beat the Black Bunny. Pretty good call. Has always been a pretty good call, and which results in Crossy walking out with a win over Laker Taker. Can't feel bad about that loss because Crossy has always been a really good call, so it was a really good match between them both. So Crossy again walks out with a win on that one. We had a 3v3 tag match between Tonto, Shane, and D-Rod versus Dallas and Donnie Havoc and Third Gunman. This was a really good match too. It was back and forth pretty much the whole match, but at the end of the match, can't remember who it was. I think it may have been Tonto with the pin to win. Shane Spears, Donnie, and Dallas. Or was that Donnie and Third? It was one of the two. Spears both of them off the apron and allows the team of D-Rod, Shane, and Tonto to pick up the win. So congrats to those guys. Probably my match of the night on UWE was this following match that involved Matt versus Ghost for the international title. Matt
was the bigger guy in this match, and he pretty much showed that the whole match. He pretty much controlled Ghost this whole match. I don't know. Ghost could barely find any offense in this match. Matt just had his number. But somehow Ghost reached down and actually pulled the win out in this one and retained his title. Really, really good match. Probably my match of the night for UWE. So congratulations to Ghost on retaining his international title. Really, really good match. Next match we had Wick versus Grim. I'm pretty sure everybody like me probably figured Wick was gonna walk in and just walk away with this win, no problem. But no, Grim comes in and surprises everyone and takes out Wick. So Grim walks away with a really big win over Wick in that match. So congrats to Grim on that. Main event for UWE that night was a 6-man elimination chamber for the hardcore title. We had Funk versus Goose versus GA versus Dread Havoc versus Marcus Beldua versus Grim Reaper. Really, really good match. Grim Reaper walks away at the end holding the hardcore title, and I think he's held that belt before, so he's no stranger to winning the hardcore title. And now he holds it again, so probably gonna be pretty tough to get that belt away from him. Be interesting to see who can step up and take it away from him in the future. But really, really good first show back for UWE, and I'm glad I get to review it for them. Looking forward to many more. So again, really, really good show. Wick and the UWE. Congrats to all the winners on the show. Again, congrats to Ghost for retaining his international title. That's pretty much all I need to go over for recent shows. Good Rumble, good UWE first show back. Good job to everybody involved there. Good job to all the winners. I guess now I will go over. I have the Anarchy card for this Friday night. I'll go over it match by match, give you my pick for the winners in these matches. So for Anarchy this week, we got Colossal Connection versus HHA. HHA's been pretty scarce lately. Haven't seen them in a while. And Colossal Connection coming off this Rumble tag team win. I think I'm going to have to take Colossal Connection in this one. But don't get me wrong, HHA ain't no slouches. I mean, that's Commission Sandrock were two really good calls. It's just they haven't been around a while, so may have some ring rust. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but I got Colossal Connection winning that one. Next match of the night is a triple threat with Fly. Fly be going, I think it's his Twitter name. He'll be debuting and going up against Captain Ryan and James Ant. Captain Ryan has a really good call. It's going to be hard not to pick him to win this match. But I'm going to go against that, and I'm going to put my pick on James Ant. It's time for him to win a match. He needs to win a match. So I'm putting my pick on James Ant this week. So good luck to him. Third match of the night is a fatal 4-way. This is probably one of my toss-ups for match of the night. It's going to be between Third Gunman, Tonto, Master Flex, and Donnie Havoc. Bad as I want to pick my guy in this one, I'm going to have to go with Third Gunman in this match. Just because he's on a roll. I mean, he beat the snot out of Dallas Havoc the other night. 4 pins to 1 or 5 pins to 1. I mean, that's kind of dominant if you ask me. So I'm gonna take Third Gunman winning the Fatal 4-Way. Got Tonto coming out of retirement, so I look for him to have a bit of ring rust. So yeah, I'm taking Third Gunman in the Fatal 4-Way. Next match of the night, we got a number 1 contender for the Fusion title between Grim and Tater Tot. I believe this is a submission match. Of course, I'm going to have to go with Tater Tot. It being a submission match, and him being a cruiserweight, this should lean in his favor, hopefully. Grim's had his number, though, in the past with other calls. It'll be something to see how this new Grim call does against Tater Tot. But again, I'm going to take Tater Tot winning this and going on to face, I believe it's Shane that's the Fusion champ. So I got Tater Tot winning it. Probably my match of the night on Anarchy coming up is this next match. It's between Deadman Walking and Shane Williams. This has probably got to be the blockbuster match of the night on Anarchy. Deadman Walking being dominant as he is, and Shane being just, like he says, the beast that he is. This should be one of the best matches on Anarchy if the game don't screw it up. I don't think I could pick a winner in this one. Both calls are really good. So I'm just going to leave that as, may the best man win match there, because there's no way I could pick out of those two. That's probably the match I'm most looking forward to seeing. Next match of the night for Anarchy is a Fatal 4-Way number 1 contender for the U.S. title, which is David Fulton's belt at the moment. It's going to be between Ziggy, Vane, Beast, and Darien. I'd be more to lean towards Darien, being he's coming off the Rumble win. But there's something about that Vane call that he wins when he has to win. Ziggy has a really good call too. So if I had to pick one out of this match, I would probably have to go with Ziggy winning this. It's time for him to get back in the gold, title picture again, and what a good win this would be for him to get a United States title shot and get back towards that world title shot. So I'm going to go with Ziggy in this one. Main event of the night for Anarchy, all I know is it's NWO versus somebody. Tag opponent wasn't announced. All I know is it's a 3v3 something. I guess Friday night we'll see who it is, but as of right now it's just NWO versus whoever, so I'm not even going to pick in that match. Pretty good card by Anarchy coming up. Like I said, it's got to be match of the year candidate between Deadman Walking and Shane. I'm really looking forward to that match. I hope it's an actual great match and not get screwed up by the game. So at the time of this, Carnage hasn't finished up their card for this week and couldn't get it to me. So you just have to keep your eye on Twitter chat and wait for it to be posted. So if Can't bring you the Carnage card this week. But normally good matches on Carnage, so really looking forward to see what they come up with this week. And as you can see on my screen, UWE has made their return, and I have their card for, I think it's tonight actually, which will be Thursday night, which is pretty stacked card. You got D-Rod versus Grimm in a no holds bar match. That's the first match of the night. I'm gonna have to take Grimm in this one. He is pretty hot in UWE right now. So I'm gonna have to take Grimm over D-Rod. Probably my match of the night on tonight's UWE, on Thursday night's UWE, is the Walking Dead versus Certified G's. As much as I want to pull for my tag team, the last time we met Walking Dead, they whooped our butts. And I'm going to have to go that way this time. Walking Dead is Dead Man Walking and Third Gunman. So, should be a really good match. Next match in the night is Brutus Fulton versus Firetrap Matt. Now, will Brutus Fulton's rookiness shine in this match, or will he come in and upset the pretty good Firetrap Matt call? I think I'm going to have to take the rookie in this one, Brutus Fulton, just because he's the underdog, I believe. So I'm going to have to take Brutus Fulton in that match. Next match, we got the middle fingers facing off against each other. It's Terp versus Goose versus matches. I don't think we've seen any of them much. Well, we've seen Goose in the hardcore match. So I guess I'm going to have to pull for Goose in this one. He does have that match under his belt in UWE. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to take Goose over Terp in matches in the triple threat between those three. Next match on UWE for the night is Funk versus Dallas Havoc. Supposedly Funk went to Wick screaming and yelling in Wick's face and everything, and spitting all over Wick, demanding a match with Dallas Havoc due to Dallas Havoc's hair color or something, and Funk wasn't having it because Funk says he has the best hair in UWE, and demanded a match against Dallas Havoc. After Dallas Havoc's butt whooping by Third Gunman, I'm going to have to take Funk in this match. I think Funk wins the battle of the hair, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I'm going to take Funk over Dallas in that match. Big boy super heavyweight title ladder match is the main event. This should be good. It's got Balak Fulton versus Jody versus Rick Sanchez versus Marcus Beldua versus both David and Mike Fulton. I really would like to see Jody win this. It'd be pretty cool to see him win the super heavyweight title. It's just hard to deny the other talent in this match. And I'm going to have to pull for Marcus due to the amount of experience he has. None of them's really had too many matches, though, to be honest. David and Mike Fulton, they've been around for a long time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take Marcus in this match. I think Marcus to win the super heavyweight title. Really good matches again on UWE Thursday night, which is today that I'm recording this. Not sure if I'll get it uploaded or not today, but if I do, then really good match card for UWE tonight. Looking forward to it. If everybody wants to tune into that, you can find it over on twitch.tv/weekvia. I think he streams around 9:30 Eastern time, so make sure to check that out. That is pretty much it for the cards for this week. All the reviews are done. Really good shows by UWE last week, and the Rumble, really good pay-per-view. I guess now we'll go to the awards for the pay-per-view. So this week was the Rumble, so I had to do this a little bit differently. I pretty much awarded based off of Rumble matches. To me, the biggest loser on Anarchy side of the pay-per-view had to be Creed losing his world title to Master Funk. That is a pretty big loss there. I got my biggest winner award to give out to. Actually, I gave it out to two people. Master Funk for winning the Anarchy World Title, and to Darian for winning the WWC Rumble and getting the opportunity at Mania for a title shot. So, biggest winners on Anarchy is Master Funk and Darian. I have to say the You Tried award, to me, as dominant as these guys have been, and to come in and lose to a newly formed tag team of Colossal Connection, I have to give the You Tried award this week to Tons of Funk. You tried to keep that streak alive, but you come up a little short. So, yeah, this week on the Rumble, Tons of Funk gets my You Tried award on the Anarchy side of the Rumble. Moving over to the Carnage side of the Royal Rumble, I have to give the biggest loser. I actually gave it to the three people, and that's the three that lost the Fatal 4-Way match to TNQ, which was Wick, Nerd, and Sniper. Anytime you lose a chance at a world title, I mean, to me, that's how can you lose any bigger than that? So my biggest loser award on the Carnage side of the Royal Rumble goes to Wick, Nerd, and Sniper. And of course, my biggest winner this week on the Carnage side is TNQ. And of course, he won the world title in a Fatal 4-Way match against three other really good calls. So congratulations to TNQ on being the biggest winner at the Rumble on Carnage side. And my You Tried award has to go to Gillberg. To even step in the ring with a guy the size of Jody is pretty retarded in my opinion. So yeah, Gillberg gets my You Tried to beat the massive Jody and failed. So good job to Gillberg for winning the You Tried award. I didn't get a chance to get any awards made up for UWE yet. They'll be coming soon, and they'll get their proper awards. but I'll go over my award picks for UWE. My biggest loser on UWE for last week had to be, let's see, I'm going to have to say Matt. Matt probably gets my biggest loser. For one, he lost the chance at the international title. Two, as bad as he dominated Ghost that whole entire match, to come up at the end and lose it is pretty tough in my eyes. So yeah, my biggest loser for UWE goes to Matt this week. My biggest winner for UWE, my biggest winner would probably have to go to Grim. I'm going to give the biggest winner for UWE to Grim this week. He comes in and beats Wick via no small task. Wick's call is usually on point, and for Grim to come in and take Wick out, yeah, I'll give Grim my biggest winner on UWE this week. My U-Tried award for UWE, I think I'm going to have to award the U-Tried and UWE this week to Pee Wee Tyler. Wasn't much trying to it if you think about it. Deadman Walking called him out, got the match set up. Deadman Walking pretty much walks in, does his business, and leaves Pee Wee Tyler laying there and walks out. So I mean, how much more can you try than that? So yeah, I think Pee Wee Tyler gets my UWE U-Tried award this week. Congratulations to all the award winners. Some really good shows this past week. Looking forward to them this week. Now on to my weekly ratings. Well, then I popped this up. I need to do this anyway. Again, my official Howboy of this week. Of course, you know who it goes to. If I can get it to work. Don't want to work. Anyways, my official Howboy Award winner this week again is D-Rod 2222. Wild Breaker record that's, been going on for 4 weeks in a row. Plus, he is the biggest Howboy in WWC, so it's only right that he wins it again for the 5th week in a row. So yeah, your official Howboy award this week goes to D-Rod 2222. Now on to my weekly ratings. Sorry about the little mix up there. My weekly ratings are as follows. I give Anarchy Carnage Rumble pay-per-view all in total, I give it 4 stars. Really good matches. Little bit of controversy, on certain things, but again, I give Anarchy 4 stars. UWE's first ever ratings for their return show, I give them 4 stars. Great show by UWE, great pay-per-view by Anarchy and Carnage. So yeah, both both received 4 stars from me this week. Really looking forward to what they got this week. Some really good matches lined up. So if the game allows, should be some tough rating for me coming up this week. Like I said, it just depends all about the game. The game can make or break you in my ratings. So let's just hope the game cooperates and we actually get some good shows this week without any mess ups. So that's it for the cards. Congratulations to all the award winners. Congratulations to Carnage and Anarchy and UWE on 4 stars this week. Really good shows by both again. Looking forward to what you got this week. I got a few things I'd like to go over after doing that. Earlier this week, the review podcast received an email from some unknown source that BWO may be making their return. Not sure what the deal is with that. I have no info on it. They sent me an email with the BWO logo, which I posted in chat. Think it might have D-Rod a little nervous because he kind of immediately jumped on it and said that was the stupidest thing ever and it ain't coming back to Anarchy, blah blah blah. It sounds more like to me that he's worried about the BWO return and taking out an NWO, but who knows? He is the 5-time Cowboy Award winner, so nobody really pays him any attention. So it'd be interesting to see what this whole BWO thing is. The next thing on the list I want to talk about is the Third Gunman attack on Wick Villa. Speculation is he was drugged beforehand by the asylum. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, was he just, like I said earlier in the podcast, was he just trying to show his dominance, over the Wolfpack leader Wick Villa, or was he actually drugged? I don't think WWC drug tests, so that's something we never know. So that's interesting to see how that plays out in the future. Wolfpack fighting Wolfpack. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Next thing is the unknown mystery being revealed at the Rumble, and coming to find out it was Johnny Sniper the whole time. Don't think Wolfpack was too much worried about it. No big loss, it seems to them. They kind of just shrugged it off and said, hey, heck with you. I think he might have been immediately replaced after that. I can't remember. I'm not sure. Johnny Sniper's now wanting to form NWO in Carnage. In my honest opinion, I don't see that happening because not many people like NWO. So that'd be interesting to see how NWO works out in Carnage and where that goes. And who knows, hell, maybe Sniper's actually playing D-Rod. It seems to be the way Sniper rolls, is screwing over people. Next thing I'd like to talk about was, the UWE's return. Glad to see it back. Looking forward to, looking forward to see where it heads. It left off in a good note. I know Wick Villa had to take a break from it for a while, get some things in his life ahead of streaming. Can't blame him there. Everybody needs a break sometimes. But it's good to see UWE and Wick back. Also a note that Gauntlet debuts Saturday night. First ever show of Gauntlet is back. I think it is I think the GMs of that is D-Rod and Tyler. That should be like putting sprinkles on a turd. With them two trying to cooperate with one another. But really looking forward to that. Seeing how Gauntlet does. I think that's like their dumpster show, I guess you would call it. Pretty much if you're new, they don't like you, you piss them off, or you suck. That's pretty much where you end up at. So good luck to whoever's on that roster. And good luck to the general managers trying to get along with one another and put on a good show for everybody. Again, it's good to see UWE back, and welcome back. Next thing is Tonto coming out of retirement on both D-Feds. Him come out of retirement on UWE. Recently announced that he's come out of retirement on WWC as well. It's good to have Tonto back. I know most people could care less, but he is one of the first, so it's good to see him back. I remember him in the days of Genocide and Tonto with the tag team, the Tribe. Pretty good tag team. Good to see him back, though. Welcome back, Tonto. I'd like to announce my Brawl Madness, which is scheduled for the month of April. It's going to be a 24-man tournament with the winner receiving a guaranteed title shot. The tournament participants will be revealed the first week of April. It'll be the top 24 calls in Anarchy. Those other than the world title holder, from 2 to 25 will be included in the tournament. Those guys will fight until we have a winner, and the winner of the tournament, like I said, will receive a guaranteed title shot against the world champ. Again, that will be released the first week of April, and it will run through the month of April. So we'll wait and see how that works out. I'd like to shout out to a new E-Fed that I will eventually be reviewing here in the future, which is Professional Wrestling Revolution. It is ran by Third Gunman, which is in the Twitter chat. He has a YouTube channel. I think that's where it's going to be airing at, is he'll be releasing episodes a bit on YouTube over at his YouTube channel. I think it's by his YouTube name is his actual Twitter name, which is Third Gunman. So make sure to go subscribe to him so you can keep up with the new PWR that's getting ready to release. I think he informed me today that it was actually in the process of being recorded for the first episode to be released. So I'm really looking forward to that. Looking forward to eventually being able to review it in the future. Another EFED coming to the podcast to be reviewed. We're growing little by little. Got WWC, UWE, now PWR in the future. Can't go anywhere but up from here. Can't get any better than EFED action in my books. So I think that's about covers it all for this week on Assassin Reviews. I can't think of anything else that needs to be brought up. Again, we'll keep an eye on the BWO scenario. Welcome to the podcast, UWE. Looking forward to that. Again, thank you, D-Rod, for the WWC. Looking forward to welcoming PWR to the podcast. I know he's been working on that a long time. It'll be good to finally get a review in on that. I know he said something about Wick Via's face was breaking his game or something, so hopefully he can throw a mask on him or something and get that fixed. Again, congratulations to all the winners in past week's cards. Congratulations to all the award winners and losers and triers. Congratulations again to the world record podcast Howboy Award winner holder D-Rod 2222. Congrats on being Howboy Award winner again this week. That's 5 times in a row. Welcome back, Tonto, out of retirement. Looking forward to Gauntlet. It's going to be a good show, maybe. We'll keep an eye on, like I said, we'll keep an eye on where NWO goes. Incarnate being Sniper turned his back on Wolfpack and was released, and now he's starting up NWO. But again, like I said, thank you for tuning in and taking time out of your day to listen to me run my mouth. I enjoy all this EFED stuff, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to do this and bring you my thoughts and reviews and opinions and all that stuff to you. Without you guys listening, there wouldn't really be a point to this. But again, thank everybody for tuning in. This is Georgia Assassin for, I think, week 6 of Georgia Assassin's Weekend Review podcast. Again, thanks everybody. Thanks to my sponsors. Thank you to the 3G team that is currently working on my new logos and stuff for the podcast. They made this possible also. So this is Georgia Assassin week 6 podcast. I will talk to you all next time. See ya.